Giens is on the River Loire. Orléans is perhaps the nearest city. Of note, Montages, Nevers and Paris are connected by rail. It's twinned with Malmesbury in the Cotswolds in Britain. Is my first mention of it. Year 1200, Philip II, King of the Franks, bought the town for his royal domain. There was something here in Roman times, but Giens-le-Vieux is from the Middle Ages. St. Peregrine, Pepin the Short, stopped here during regional wars, but it was Charlemagne that authorised the building of the fortified mound that the castle is now. Even the Carolingians declined. Viking raids came back, being on the Loire River. The French wars of religion saw it as a Protestant stronghold. In the Second World War, the retreating French army made the town a target for German bombers, and it was completely destroyed in bombardment, seeking out the bridge. 400 years of buildings, the likes of Chemnitz in Germany was to suffer a similar sort of fate. Wooden buildings. Giens has the river and clay, sand and wood for fuel. Thomas Hall, an Englishman in 1821, founded Faïencerie de Giens, becoming renowned for its high-quality faience. Dinner services, coats of arms of prominent European families bespoke. You could have your family crest, or your heart's desire. Minimes convent, Minimes convent, is where the Englishman chose to site his earthenware factory, starting with white octagons. The dinner services were produced with quality and craftsmanship, competing with other leading European faience. From the start of the First World War to the end of the Second World War, it struggled. Recently it's modernised and preserved its heritage. 30 artisans contribute 600 years of combined experience, even on contemporary plates and earthenware. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the chateau is also fired clay, brick. But I've been introducing disappointment. It's not the Giens peninsula near hyeres in the south of France, in the Var, Provence. One is more the heart of France than the other. Giens, to lead or to guide, steering a ship. An Irish-Scottish surname, little black one, black fair. Also a tackle or pulley in sailing. To generate, and my Manx auntie tells me, no, none. The Rhone, the slipway to the Loire, and then on to Britain. This has been used to avoid the Iberian Peninsula since Roman times. The phallic peninsula jutting out into the sea gives us a historic association of glands and a double-sided sexuality. But the start of the Riviera coast, the Mediterranean, and the green heart of France on a river aren't the same thing. It's left you with disappointment. Disappointment from an NLP perspective, a neuro-linguistic programming, is seen as a process with a beginning sequence and an end, not just an emotional state. By understanding this process, individuals can learn to manage their expectations, adjust their focus, and ultimately find ways to move forward from feelings of disappointment. That's immediately suggesting that there's something wrong with disappointment. Disappointment is somehow inappropriate and should be escaped from. Managed by reframing how we perceive a situation and shifting our emotional responses. Meaning is internally assigned. We can reframe disappointments from setbacks into opportunities. A job rejection reframed as a chance to explore other options or improve skills. It might be worthwhile shifting perspective. NLP techniques like the sameness difference meta program can help individuals remember positive aspects of their lives even when facing disappointment. Remind oneself of things like family, friends, or a stable home can create a more balanced perspective. The fact that you're not on the Mediterranean, in the middle of lockdown perhaps, but you're in the middle of France on a river, in a cheap reproduction made in brick, not wood, of what was historically there before. NLP encourages taking control, moving from being at the effect side of life to being at cause, empowering them to make choices and take action. This involves identifying what can be controlled in a situation and focusing on those aspects. I'm not sure, perhaps you're supposed to go to a sunbed and develop a vivid fantasy life through whatever means. Managing expectations. Strong, unrealistic expectations can contribute to disappointment. Individuals can learn to adjust their expectations, recognise the possibility of alternative outcomes, and avoid dwelling on specific timelines or outcomes, which smacks of severely lower your expectations. You have to. You're not worth it. Accept that it's unachievable with who and what you are. Recognising the process, understanding that disappointment is a process, not just an emotion, allows individuals to identify the triggers and thought patterns that contribute to it. Using positive language, changing the way we talk about situations, even in small ways, can impact our emotional response. For example, instead of saying, "I'm so disappointed," one could say, "This is a challenging situation and I'm working through it." You can develop greater resilience and manage your emotional responses. Who are you doing that for? And find positive ways to move forward when faced with disappointment. It is a normal part of life to think that you're getting one thing from a YouTube thumbnail and ending up with something completely different. Informative, entertaining, titillating. A warm glow. Intense jealousy and feeling of inferiority. But if you spend a large amount of money booking an Airbnb in the completely wrong place and flying to the completely wrong town, that NLP fantasy reality flip-flop is just going to interfere with you impressing yourself with how dynamically resourceful.
In 500 metres, at the roundabout, continues
and finding some other accommodation or transport quick sharpish. Or your travelling companions are going to be impressed. Laughing at you and with you, it's not a huge difference. Don't worry about it. If there's anything my vlogs have taught you.